Hello there gamers, welcome to MK Mobile Reddit review, and yes, I'm wearing glasses because I'm smart now. This is gonna be an intellectual Reddit review, if that's even such a thing, but yeah, let's see what's going on. Subscribe for more, and let's dive right into it. Finally guys! My god, the most popular post is people celebrating Matrix getting maxed out MK11 Scorpion. I mean, this is a great achievement. MK11 Scorpion is such a good card. He can use every single one of those fusions to do even more damage besides his fire. Absolutely amazing pull, and congratulations. This is a great moment in the story of every Mortal Kombat Mobile player. MK11 Liu Kang is far better than shirtless Klassic boy. I mean, your first sentence is already a contradiction. One is shirtless, one is not. How can the one wearing a short can be better? Look at this body. If you got a body like this, you gotta show it off. MK11 Liu Kang probably doesn't. That's why he wears a shirt. That's why I wear a shirt, because I don't have a body like this. If I had a six-pack like Liu Kang, I would be shirtless in every video. Please upvote so Star can stop overhyping him. I already said my piece. No matter how good the character is, as long as they have a shirt, Classic Liu Kang is better. That's it. See? Glasses. That means I'm smart. That means my opinions are correct. If you played with both of them on different levels and occasions, you'd know that I'm talking about, because Classic Liu Kang is nothing without a block breaker, and taking in and out and sharing your opponents is far too good. Oh, and snaring your opponents is far too good and better than whatever Classic Liu Kang can offer. Okay, let's actually seriously talk about it. Is MK11 Liu Kang a great character? Absolutely. In my latest tier list that I did, he was in top 5. I actually consider him an incredibly good character. And Classic Liu Kang, actually, I agree, he was actually not number 1 anymore. He was number 3. But I still think Classic Liu Kang is better than MK11 Liu Kang by a very tiny margin. And honestly, it could go either way. For me personally, it's better. For some people, MK11 Liu Kang might be better. So let me tell you a few reasons why Classic Liu Kang could be better. Number 1, Cripple. Cripple without needing to put any gear on. He can slide into any team and provide you an infinite cripple without you needing to equip any specific gear. So that's number 1. Number 2, he can heal himself with his own special one, once again without needing to use any gear. Healing yourself is extremely valuable in Survivor, in Crypts, so that is a very, very useful ability. Number 2, he's immune to dots. Once again, without needing to put any gear, he's just so versatile. His special 2 can deal insane damage. He can be a useful support character at any fusion. Unlike MK11 Liu Kang, you need MK11 Liu Kang chunky. Now, if we're comparing Fusion X, Classic Liu Kang and MK11 Liu Kang, then that difference becomes mute. But at low fusions, Classic Liu Kang is far more powerful and useful than MK11 Liu Kang. But let's give a couple points towards MK11 Liu Kang that he does better than Classic Liu Kang. MK11 Liu Kang does have snare, I'll give you that. But there are so many ways to apply snare nowadays. You can literally put varmints like a hat and have weak point attacks, and anybody can do snare. Classic Liu Kang can do cripple even when he is not tagged in. You say like tagging in and out is a bad thing. A lot of characters, a lot of the best characters are built around tagging, so you would want to tag with a good team anyway. Classic Raiden, there is a lot of gear that does effects on tagging. There's a lot of tagging attacks that can break up combos. Revenus Melina, even MK11 Liu Kang himself has a beautiful tag attack that has a chance to snare, which would pair super nicely with Classic Liu Kang. So, in my opinion, you cannot just say one is better than the other. I would say each of them has their own situations where it could be better or not. When I was playing my beginner account, I haven't used Classic Liu Kang, to be honest. Not because I didn't like him, because I didn't have him in the beginning. And by the time I got him, I feel like Classic Liu Kang he got nerfed when cameos got introduced into the game, because cameos basically allow you to avoid special attacks every minute or so, which is basically, if you play your cards right, that's about how many times you're going to allow your enemies to hit you. So cripple becomes a little bit less effective and less needed because of the protection from cameos. And there's also a lot of gear that can do shield, that can do invulnerability. So getting hit by special attacks is no longer as devastating as it once been, where Classic Liu Kang was the king. Now cameos dethroned him from number 1, but I would still say there is slight edge to Classic Liu Kang over MK11 Liu Kang, but that edge now is very small. I think they're both incredible cards, and whichever you like more, you should use it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Oh yeah, almost forgot. The best thing about MK11 Liu Kang that gives him a huge edge over Classic Liu Kang is his block breaker ability. His concussions are gonna be super helpful because it turns pretty much any special attacks into grapples. He is a beautiful card. If Classic Liu Kang is 10 out of 10, MK11 Liu Kang is 9.9 out of 10. But if I had to rank them, I would still put Classic Liu Kang a bit higher. Do you think that NRS need to reboot Mortal Kombat Mobile? Okay, let's discuss. What are we talking about? What do you mean reboot? Let's see. For me, I think they need to because the game was made 10 years ago and the system is old, and I think NRS needs to reboot it and make the game alive again. If they want to reboot the game, I'm hoping to see 1v1 fights, combos, new UI, new characters, new towers, new maps, fatality, and more friendships and more. So by reboot, you mean basically create a new game like MK Mobile 2 from scratch using a new engine. I agree. I literally had discussed this in multiple videos, especially in the video when I was bashing them for their horrible bugs, because the developer's excuse for all of these issues with the gear and characters that's been happening is because it's an old code and they're trying to like upgrade the old code and make everything like works together better. So they like rewriting certain old code to make it easier to add new gear, new characters, and those rewrites potentially break some of the old characters that were maybe had a bad code, so it didn't work nicely with the new code. I don't buy that excuse because you could easily test it. It literally takes one tester. Just fire up one battle with each character that could potentially be affected by the things that you change, or even every character. You can literally have one person test every single character and every single piece of gear in one day. Let's say 8 hours. 8 hours, how much better testers get paid? Maybe $40, $50 an hour, let's say. $50 an hour multiplied by 8. You pay $400 to somebody to basically make sure your update does not suck. It doesn't break any characters or gear. I feel like if you look at how much this game brings, it brings millions of dollars every single month. Now, of course, $400 is like it's a rough estimate. Let's make it 1,000. It would cost $1,000 to proof test the game before releasing. Still, nothing compared to the millions they bring in. So, in my opinion, there's no excuses. But yes, I absolutely agree. New game with new modes, new redesign, new fighting system, everything new from scratch. I would absolutely love that. I know a lot of people are against starting over. I've seen a lot of people saying that if there's a new game, that if the progress doesn't transfer over, they're not going to play it. I don't know. I'm completely the opposite. I love starting MK Mobile from scratch. I love starting game from scratch. This is the best experience. And I understand putting lots of time and effort into a game and then not wanting to start over, but it's not like MK Mobile, the one that we have right now, is going to die if they release a new game. They've been supporting Injustice Gods Among Us for a very long time after they released Injustice 2, and if they do the same for MK Mobile, I think it's not going to be a big deal. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to start over, build up your collection in the new game, the new system, new environment. It's going to be beautiful. I hope they do it one day, but from everything I hear, the whole Warner Brothers media right now is being sold. They basically selling their... I don't know if they're selling their gaming division, but they're selling their movies division. The HBO Max, Warner Brothers Studios, basically all of the rights to all of these franchises. So maybe whoever buys Warner Brothers will be able to do something good with this franchise because they're clearly incapable and they're absolutely dragging Mortal Kombat name into the mud. And whoever takes over, I hope they're gonna bring back justice to this franchise and actually make some good games that fans can enjoy. First Max Diamond, Classic Liu Kang. Now that's my man. Maxed out one of the best diamonds in the game. I'm not gonna say the best anymore. I think in my last tier list, I said that Classic Raiden is the best. Classic Raiden number 1, and MK11 Scorpion number 2, and Classic Liu Kang was number 3. And I think MK11 Liu Kang was number 4. I think that was my rating. So yeah, Classic Liu Kang is still absolutely incredible. It's kind of sad, but also good that this was one of the first diamonds ever released. If you look at the top, like the best diamonds in the game, Classic Raiden, Classic Liu Kang, those were literally they were among first 5 diamonds ever released in the entire game. And the fact that there's still some of the best in the game, that whatever pay-to-win garbage that have like a whole paragraphs for their passives, they cannot come even close. Which means just having powerful, simple passive is better than having a very long, complicated passive. Because these characters, they work, they do one thing, or one or two things, but they do them great. When you try to create a character with a passive that doesn't even fit in one page, it just means it's gonna do 10 things, but it's gonna do them poorly. I'd rather have characters like this that have a very short description, can do a couple things, but does it very well. Did anyone unlock this? Didn't even know this existed until a few minutes ago. What? I didn't know this existed either. Foot the bill. Opponent's cameo attacks cooldown is increased by 2%. That is cool. I love support cards that affect all the characters. This is huge. This is huge. I hope it does drop. Let's see what people have to say. I have it a Fusion 9 from Silver Pack. Yeah, if you have a lot of coins, just open 1 billion silver packs and you're gonna get all the level up cards, you're gonna get all of these beautiful support cards. It seems like it's a very good one, especially in crypts. Now we have to deal with cameos all the time. This is gonna be a game changer. Alright guys, I think it's enough of this Reddit review. And don't forget, I have glasses, which means everything I say now is much more smart. So you should definitely subscribe to the channel and like, because more Smart Star and Sky content is going to be coming out soon. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more gamers, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.